Overkill formed in the 1980s in New Jersey. Overkill was formed from the ashes of a punk band, Lubricants. Dee Verney and Red Skates wanted to form a new band after Lubricants fell apart, so they put out an ad, which was answered by the guitarist Robert Pisarek and singer Bobby Ellsworth. And the first incarnation of Overkill was thus formed. They went with several names at first, including Virgin Killer, but the band settled on the name Overkill after the Motorhead album. In 1981, band had another lineup change with Robert Pisarek leaving, and he was followed by a few other guitarists before they settled on Bobby Gustafson in late 1982. And in 1983, the aforementioned lineup of Verney, Skates, Ellsworth and Gustafson released the demo Power in Black. The success of the Power in Black demo led to them releasing the Overkill EP, which was released 6 years before the Metallica's Black album, and it came a year after the Smell the Glove by Spinal Tap. So this has to be a massive coincidence, or I don't know, it's a confusing tribute, but I fucking love it. They both fucking ripped off fucking Spinal Tap. Oh my god. Spinal Tap fucking released in 1984. I can't fucking fathom this. In 1985, they released the behemoth of an album that is Feel the Fire. This album cemented Overkill as a mainstay in the thrash metal scene. In 1987, Overkill released their second album, Taking Over, and with their questionable cover art came their questionable video, which is In Union We Stand. After that album, Red Skates left the band and he was replaced by Sid Flack for the next album. And that album was Under the Influence. An album with really good cover art. It also introduced Charlie, the Overkill mascot that was later ripped off by a really shitty band. And it had their biggest hit yet, which was... Hello from the gutter! Following the trend of good album arts, they released The Years of Decay, and probably their best fucking banger of a song is on there, and that is... When the 90s rolled around, Bobby Gustafson left the band because of disagreements with Verney, and they disagreed about royalties. So they lost a guitarist, but they added two new guitarists to the band. Rob Cavino, who had been interesting enough, Gustafson, guitar technician, and Merritt Grant. And the next album they made was Horrorscope. I have nothing to say, that's just really a clever name. Horrorscope was an album specific by the thing that it was a bit more gloomy and doomy. Not doom metal, it's just a bit more doomy, how do I say it? It's fast, but it has really slow intros, because it was made in the no-fine 90s. And believe me, 90s hit this band hard. Really fucking hard. So we're fucking happy that Horoscope came out good. Like, good. During the 1992 leg of the Horoscope tour, Sid Flack left the band because he was never a fan of thrash metal music. So he wanted to evolve to something more complex. Overkill's next album was specific. One might say it wasn't very good, one might say it's shit, but I'm going to say it's groove metal, because that is groove metal and it wasn't really good. But first, Fleck was replaced by Tim Allaire, and the next album was recorded with him, and that was I Hear Black. So, I was talking about No Fun 90s, and yeah, that's really evident in the next album, because it was good and it flopped because grunge. Thank you for fucking killing good music. Yay. When the White Fucking Open album flopped, both Cavino and Gant decided to leave the band, and they were quickly replaced, and Overkill was right on to making albums. But they weren't really special, they were just okay albums. That period from 1995 to 2010, it's a bit okay, there wasn't really something special. The band was certainly active and fucking gave everything they had. Fucking Bobby even survived fucking nose cancer. Thank God, because wow, is the fucking shit from 2010 till now really fucking good. The only notable thing that I could say is that in that time they started playing a bit more hardcore and were really becoming more underground again, because thrash started to get out of the mainstream. So yeah, a really not special period of Overkill. Ironbound marked the return of Overkill to their fullest potential and power, and things are only gonna get better. Just get with losing, see them in the eye. The Electric Age is a really good album. That's all I'm going to say. White Devil Armory is the only album from the 2010s that Overkill made that's a bit iffy, but it still has its fucking bangers, like the album name, Like the Grinding Wheel, is the perfect metaphor for a band like Overkill. Fucking hell, they keep on grinding and making good music, no matter what. Fucking hell, look at this list of people that were in fucking Overkill. It's huge. They deserve to be fucking called the Motorhead of thrash metal. They kept on making music, they kept on fucking grinding. To fucking hardships, to fucking member switch ups. Amazing. That much fucking dedication. Fucking amazing. That's right! And we came to now. Overkill's newest album. And it's great. Their best album since Ironbound. I have a lot of favorite songs from them on this album specifically. A Mother's Prayer and Welcome to the Garden State have to be my favorite Overkill songs, and it's fucking slays. With this album, they also released 8-part documentary series on YouTube, Welcome to the Garden State, which I will link at the end of this video. And I recommend watching this, them saying their own story. This is more of an abridged version. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a fucking pain in the ass to make. It's my longest video yet, and yeah, I hope you enjoy this. It's a bit different than the Motorhead one, because Motorhead is a well-known band that everyone knows, and yeah, I didn't have much to add, so I want that video to be short as possible, and I kinda took time on this one and made something more competent. it's still far off from what I want. But the next band, I think I'm up to the task of making a great fucking mini documentary on them. They're a British band, and they were very, very influential for something evil. One might say, in league with Satan.